Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII on PlayFrame, the original Final Fantasy VII in all of its PS1 glory. Low res and charming. What the hell do you want? You know who I am? You can't pass. I got the miserable job of keeping scum like you from trying to sneak in here. Wow, you're great. Damn right. Don't waste time talking is what I always say. But, Are we newer on the job? And we are the veteran? You really gotta work sometimes with this localization to understand what they're trying to imply. I guess we run the bar tonight. Everyone okay? Explosions, explosions! Oh man, Avalanche is so cool! Did you hear? No, what? There's a news update. They say that there was a terrorist explosion up above, and that this time it was a Mako reactor. You know what this means? No. You see, I keep on top of these things, and if you ask me, if you knock out Midgar's power, then all of its computers and signals are going to be knocked out too. Financially, there must have been about 1 billion gil worth of damage. And that ain't all. A lot of innocent people got killed too. If the explosion had been in the middle of the night, that would have been one thing. At least the people could have gone in their sleep. Casts a bit of a darker light on our eco-terrorist activities, but I like that they don't, shy away from it. I'm not opening up. Go away. Okay, well. I guess it's been an eventful night. Ah, Jesus, what the hell's wrong tonight? I thought that long blackout was strange. They say a Mako reactor was destroyed above. I was just sitting here drinking, watching the news by myself. And all of a sudden, I got kicked out of the damn store. What's up with that? It's also amusing to me the inconsistency in what they do and don't censor, swears-wise. It's a very charming localization. And not a great one, but charming. By the way, sorry, I know I'm going on a lot of tangents and rambles. I'm sure that'll stop eventually, maybe. If you find the topic of localization and translation of video games interesting, especially from this kind of older era, there is an amazing video series on YouTube that I recommend going and finding. It was on Kotaku, I believe, on their YouTube channel, created by Tim Rogers, and I think it's called Let's Mosey. And he basically does this series of videos going through more or less the entirety of Final Fantasy VII, accelerating the further it gets into the game, looking at the original localization that we're seeing here, and the original script in Japanese of Final Fantasy VII, because he's bilingual, he speaks both, and he's worked in the game industry in both, the North American and Japanese industry. He worked at Sony for a while. And he goes through and basically compares the localizations and explains, here are some other ways that they could have translated this line from Japanese, or here are some of the added layers of meaning or subtext that this original line had that the newer line doesn't have. Or sometimes he's complimentary to the new localization. It's here is some added flavor that feels more natural that the localizer brought out with their translation into English that wouldn't have been there if you just translated this literally as it reads in Japanese. It's a very fascinating watch. I highly recommend to do it. I recommend Tim Rogers' videos in general because he's one of the best people on YouTube, but that series in particular is a fascinating watch if you are a fan of this game or just a fan of getting a look inside the localization process and all the interesting ways you can take language from, or take a script in one language and transform it into a script in another one while trying to preserve as much of the original intent as possible. Anyway. Whew. Ah, geez, I'm blitzed. I just love them homemade cocktails, but they sure do creep up on you. I can't do a Yuri Lowenthal voice, turns out. This is Johnny, though. The red hair gives him away. He doesn't show up nearly as much in the original as he does in the remake. But, it's Johnny. Anyway, sorry, Barrett. Okay, going ahead. I will, thank you. Papa! Cloud, we scared her off. Marlene, Aren't you going to say anything to Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Looks like everything went well. Did you fight with Barrett? Not really. I irritated Barrett. I don't know if that counts. I definitely annoyed Barrett, but I think I might just have that effect on people. Not this time. You've grown up. When you were little, you used to get into fights at the drop of a hat. This is Tifa, if you didn't already know. And what you're hearing is Tifa's theme. Which is nice. Flowers? How nice. You almost never see them here in the slums. But a flower for me? Oh, Cloud, you shouldn't have. No, Big. We could give it to Tifa or give it to Marlene. Giving it to Marlene would probably help to win us some points with the kid. And it's probably what I would go with, but Tifa already noticed it and assumed that the flower was for her, so this... giving it to Marlene now would create an awkward situation. And I don't know if there's any hope for impressing Marlene at this point, so here you go, Tifa. Thank you, Cloud. It smells wonderful. Maybe I should fill the store with flowers. Maybe so. Let's check in with everybody. Biggs? Nothing like that first drink after a job. Why don't you have one too? Yeah, why not? I'm being friendly. That's more like it. Even if you were with Soldier, you're still a rookie here, so you better listen to whatever I tell you. Turns out I also can't do a Gideon Emery doing an American accent voice. We're learning a lot today. Oh, Cloud! Tifa really knows how to cook. Anyway, let me tell you something. About what? Tifa always lets me taste her cooking. And look at me now, I'm roly-poly. Don't know whether I should be happy or sad, but it's the good food and drinks that make this shop famous. It's a charming little bunch. Careless. You're getting all excited. I wonder what for. Trying to calm down a little bit. Let's just fun little animator brain exercise here for a second. Let's try to see what we can read from the animation loops each of these characters is playing right now. And it's a little hard to tell with some of them because of the original resolution of the game. It'd probably be maybe a little bit easier to tell on like the PC or a modern port version, which has similar graphics but does play back at a higher resolution. So Marlene is kind of like a little bit more closed off, kind of arms tucked in close and brought up and a little bit more defensively. So she's like, they're trying to sell her as a little bit more nervous and standing next to Tifa, sort of beside an adult protector she trusts. So she's like, she reads as a little bit more nervous and uncomfortable, probably with me being here. Tifa, pretty neutral pose. And it's not even like an animation loop. It's just in like a locked in stance, similar to Cloud. Like there's no idle animation here. You'll see an occasional blink on their eyes, but there's no sort of like ambient movement on the body at all, as opposed to some of these other characters who have more loops going on. Biggs is drinking with two hands, I guess. Yeah, these two are actually playing the same animation, I think. That's kind of one of the benefits they'd have gotten switching to 3D. There's possibility for creating an animation and then being able to apply it to multiple characters if their proportions are more or less similar, just depending on how things are set up under the hood. So creating this one drinking animation for Biggs, let's say, could mean that they could apply the same animation to Wedge. But Wedge is also switching between kind of that drinking animation and the eating one, which could be read as a little bit of characterization if you wanted. Like, Biggs stops every now and then and pauses and sits and thinks and then does some more drinks. Wedge is drinking, but also eating as well. Which might be, you could like read as a suggestion that of just like Wedge being way more into the food, or Biggs just being just here for the drinks. In either case, it's like a subtle little bit of characterization just in choosing which animations the two of them play. Jesse's is the hardest to read, I think, just because of both the resolution and the angle here being a little bit harder to tell. It looks like, though, from what I can tell, that like she's got like a hand up to her chest and is maybe like breathing really hard, like maybe trying to calm down, like maybe she's just kind of having an anxiety spike or something. It's really hard to tell, but that would be my guess, especially based with the dialogue she had, where she's like trying to calm herself down. Sorry, this may just be interesting to me as the animator who does this for a living, but especially this early on in games where everything is so simple, I find it fun kind of digging in and trying to read what they're trying to communicate with the simple stuff they've got here and the limited tools at their disposal. And it's neat, like, this sort of drinking animation has a little bit more, it's still very pantomimey, but it has a little bit more subtlety than they could have done with the old original 16-bit sprites on the Super Nintendo era. Like, this sort of even though it's a little bit hard to read this animation here on Jessie, this is a more subtle, like, heavy breathing, like, oh, calm down, sort of motion than they really could have easily done back on the Super Nintendo. I don't even know how they would have tried to sell this on the Super Nintendo. Probably just dialogue alone. I've been rambling way too long on this now. Let's talk to you again. Sorry, Cloud. Marlene seems a little shy. Oh, come on. I'm great. No. No one believes me when I tell them I'm great. Oh. Papa, welcome home. Oh, that's cute. You all right, Barrett?
Great. Get in here, fools. We're starting the meeting.
I can already tell this is one of those playthroughs that it's going to require a lot of tea to get through. I guess maybe the quantity of dialogue may chill out a little bit after we get through the initial hours, but still. Sit down. How about something to drink? Are we a spoil sport? Or are we trying too hard to impress someone? Give me something hard. You're a bartender. Just a minute. I'll make one for you. You know, I'm relieved you made it back safely. What's with you all of a sudden? That wasn't even a tough job. I guess not. You were in Soldier. Make sure you get your pay from Barrett. Don't worry. Once I get that money, I'm out of here. Cloud, are you feeling all right? Yeah. Why? No reason. You just look a little tired, I guess. Well, I did commit terrorism and have to ride a train from the top at high speed, so, like, I've had a night. Soldier or no. Hey, before we move anywhere, I need to see. In the remake, inside this bar, there is a neon sign that simply reads pizza, and I love that sign, and I need to know, is that sign in here anywhere? There is... Okay, even better. There's a sign that says Texas. I never noticed that before, and I don't know why it's here, but that's very charming. I mean, the bright lit one that says beer, that's self-explanatory. It's a bar. Texas, though. That suggests things about this setting. And also, there's the floor mat that seems to say Tyler. Or Tifa? Not sure. In either case, wild. No pizza sign, though. Alas. Maybe downstairs. Texas, are you kidding me? Love you guys, Hideout. Do you have a pizza sign? No?
Yo, Cloud, there's something I want to ask you. Was there anyone from Soldier fighting us today?
None. I'm positive.
You sound pretty sure.
If there was anyone from Soldier, you wouldn't be standing here now.
Don't go thinking you was so bad just because you was in Soldier.
Ah. Biggs, are you okay?
Yeah, you're strong. Probably all them guys in Soldier are. But don't forget that your skinny ass is working for Avalanche now. Don't get no ideas about hanging on to Shinra.
Staying with Shinra. You asked me a question and I answered it. That's all. I'm going upstairs. I want to talk about my money. And that's that, I guess.
Shucks. Money.
There's something very funny about Barrett saying shucks. Papa, you're so great. She is correct. Wait, Cloud.
Tifa, let him go. Looks like he still misses the Shinra.
Shut up. I don't care about either Shinra or Soldier. But don't get me wrong. I don't care about Avalanche or the planet for that matter. I don't care about anything. Everything sucks. I'm going to my room. Cloud, you say you don't care, but you came to talk to me. Cloud, you just want friends. Isn't that right? Oh, this feels in character. As long as we're role-playing. Yeah, well, you look kind of lonely to me. If you ever got anything you want to get off your chest, you can always talk to me. You're a good one, Wedge. And, you're a dead one, Biggs. Rip Biggs. You doing okay over here? Money. Oh my, it must have been for a lot of it. Sure, well, what the hell? It's a verbal agreement. Now let me figure this out. Stop it, Cloud. Did you hear me? Or are you also sort of figuring out the finances for this little operation here? Or are you still just kind of puzzling over demolition stuff? Can I check the TV? Yes. Oh, is President Shinra giving an announcement here?
Today, the #1 reactor was bombed. The terrorist group Avalanche has claimed responsibility for the bombing. It is expected that Avalanche will continue its reign of terror. But citizens of Midgar, there is no need to fear. That's right, he's not raspy. I was hearing Heidegger's voice in my head. That's not right. I have immediately mobilized Soldier to protect our citizenry against this senseless violence. Thank you, and good night.
Well. Anything else from you? Straighten things up with everyone for me? Well, I've tried. Best I can. I think Wedge still likes me. Guess we better head out. Oh. Listen, Cloud, I'm asking you. Please join us. Sorry, Tifa. The planet is dying. Slowly but surely, it's dying. Someone has to do something. So let Barrett and his buddies do something about it. It's got nothing to do with me. So, you're really leaving? You're just gonna walk out ignoring your childhood friend? What? How can you say that, or sorry? Well, I mean, it is what I was about to do, so saying that seems in line. Sorry, I guess. You forgot the promise, too. Promise? So you did forget. Remember, Cloud, it was 7 years ago. Look, the well. Do you remember? Yeah, back then. I thought you would never come, and I was getting a little cold. Oh, it's baby Cloud and Tifa. Sorry I'm late. I like the little feet kicks. It's a good touch. You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Come this spring, I'm leaving this town for Midgar. All the boys are leaving our town. But I'm different from all of them. I'm not just going to find a job. I want to join Soldier. I'm going to be the best there is, just like Sephiroth. Sephiroth. The great Sephiroth. Isn't it hard to join Soldier? I probably won't be able to come back to this town for a while. Huh? It looked like she was sort of chuckling there for a second. Will you be in the newspapers if you do well? I'll try. Hey, why don't we make a promise? If you get really famous and I'm ever in a bind, you come save me, all right? What? Whenever I'm in trouble, my hero will come and rescue me. I want to at least experience that once. What? Come on, promise me. All right, I promise. I really like the simple blocking in that scene. Again, all still very simple, but effective. The characters could have just been sitting there kind of dangling their feet that whole time, but having Cloud get up and kind of like climb on up the back of the tower and up into the top of it, and her occasionally looking up at him, and just, yeah, like just really nice blocking around that little set for that scene. Good touches. You remember now, don't you? Our promise? I'm not a hero, and I'm not famous. I can't keep the promise. But you got your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. So come on, you've got to keep your promise. Wait a sec, big time soldier. A promise is a promise. Here. You received Barrett's stash, 1,500 gil. This is my pay? Don't make me laugh. What? Then you'll... You got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. What? It's okay, it's okay. Psst. We're really hurting for help, right? Ugh, that money's from Marlene's schooling. 2,000. Thanks, Cloud. Looks like we're sticking around a little longer. Just crashed here, I guess. And everyone else is up. Can I punch the... No. Anything else I can interact with in here? No? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cloud. Did you sleep well? That seems maybe out of line. This is also maybe a little mean, but preferable, I think. Let's behave ourselves, Cloud. Barrett's snoring kept me up. Psst, psst. Keep it down, they'll hear you. Barrett's always edgy before an operation. I'm going this time. Oh, good. And you will be tending bar today? Marlene, make me something hard. Marlene, I'm thirsty. Yes, I know, Tifa. Marlene. I'm a paying customer. I'm being ignored.
Our target's the Sector 5 reactor. Head for the station first. I'll fill you in on the train. Yo, Cloud. Before the next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use materia. I'll give you that materia you found. Just teach me how to use it.
I'll explain it. Be nice, Cloud. Make friends. Dweeb. Here's our tutorial. You can tell because it's flashing at the bottom left. Tutorial. Sure, I'll explain how materia works. First, access the menu. You know the basic functions. The triangle button brings up the menu. Directional buttons move the cursor. Like this. Yes. Select each menu by using the OK button. If you want to leave the menu, just push the cancel button. See? Let's go ahead. Now you're in this menu. Select Materia submenu. Yes, Cloud. Select who you want to use it. Now look at my weapon here. Each weapon and armor has slots in it. Choose which slot you want to put materia in. Now select the materia you want to use. This is curative materia. If you want to know what its effect is, line the cursor up with check and push the OK button. It's just like selecting battle commands. Just line the cursor up to magic, and you can see that the available magic has increased. That is a weird way of saying it, but yes. Now you can use new magic, Cure. And that's all there is to equipping materia. See, it wasn't that tough. When you want to remove any materia, it's as easy as pointing to the materia slot and pushing the triangle button. There's just one thing you have to be careful of. Whenever you equip materia, your situation changes. Parts of you may become stronger, while others get weaker. Normally, when you equip magic materia, your magic power will get stronger, but your physical strength weakens. So materia is kind of a double-edged sword. On the left side of the screen, you can see the materia's effect on you. It's wise not to overuse magic materia, but try out various things. Push the cancel button to exit the submenu. Okay, that's about it. I'll give you some advanced tips later.
Shh. What is this? It wasn't that tough crap. I'm clueless. Well, you handle the materia then.
Access the menu and select materia to equip materia. Cloud, I got a message from the weapon shop man upstairs. He has something he wants to give you. Don't forget. Marlene, you watch the store while we're gone. All right, good luck. Now will you fix me a drink? Take care. Fine, I'm going. So then, let's see, Can we check in with everyone? I hope he doesn't get hurt. That worries me the most. Johnny, what's up? I'm leaving, going far away. But when I come back, I'll be a better man. This is goodbye. Hey, childhood friend, you better take good care of Tifa. Oh, yes, okay. Yesterday, everyone in town was peeking at the two of you from outside the bar. Tifa's childhood friend, that's a good one. Ah, now I ain't got no one to pick on. Who are you picking on? Was it Johnny? I'd believe you if it was Johnny. He seems very pick-onable. Let's explore a bit. There's shops and stuff around this place before we leave. We should probably stock up a little before doing any more missions. So there's a weapon shop upstairs, is there? But not upstairs in this building, I don't think. I think it's upstairs, like, over this way. Can I get in here? Yes. Hello. Ah, another slow day. If this keeps up, this store is going under. Can't sell any really good medicine in a slum like this. Oh, look at this. This doesn't happen every day. You a customer? Yes, welcome. We sell, we buy. I'll be the judge of that. I don't have fire materia yet. Let's get that. And it's tempting to get another restore materia. I will hold off for now, just in case there's like weapons and gear I could be stocking up on. Thank you. Let's see now. Yeah, let's start going through here. You dried up old geese, you tired? Why don't you rest up on the 3rd floor of my house? I'm getting weird mixed signals from you, child. There's just one condition. You gotta give me some cash. Here's 10 gil. Go. Oh man. Go ahead and help yourself to the room. Thank you. Weird. Hey, wait a minute, you. You can't just walk out of here without buying something. Might be unhealthy for you, if you know what I mean. I just wanted to shop. Okay, all right, here's some new stuff. We got the assault gun for Barrett already, don't need that. This looks like a consumable attack weapon, which I don't really want. These will improve our defense, though. I will take... Let's start with 2. Might as well equip them now, actually. Let's see. So... The bronze bangle really doesn't do a lot for us. Worse defense and also doesn't even have a materia slot or anything. Iron bangle's better across the board. So, let's give you... fire. So as they sort of showed in that tutorial a little bit, the materia system is great. I really love this magic system and character customization system. So with fire materia, we can equip it to any one of these slots, and it will reduce her, like Tifa's strength here, but increase her magic, as it's sort of said in the tutorial. You also, like, as you use materia in combat, it levels up. And eventually, like, we've got like 1-star fire materia here. If we keep using it, it'll become 2-star and then 3-star, and we'll get more and more versions of this fire spell, like increasingly strong ones. You see the ability list down there: fire, fire 2, fire 3. If we keep on leveling this materia up, we will be able to cast stronger and stronger versions of fire. If we completely master it, that will not only just make it fully maxed out, but also it will give us a new free fresh unleveled copy of fire materia in addition to the mastered one we already have. So just make a duplicate copy of itself that we can start leveling up. And this fire materia, we can have it on Tifa and she can be leveling it up, but we could transfer it to somebody else, like Cloud could equip it, and it would preserve all of the AP that it gained while Tifa had it equipped. It's a really nice character customization loadout system. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's give... Since Barrett's in the back row and least susceptible to damage right now, we'll let him have healing duties. Cloud's got lightning and ice. I don't know if that's... that's fine for now. We'll stick with that. Let's give you the other iron bangle for now. There's no other materia to give. There's a weapon shop upstairs, though. I'm led to believe. And a bouncing save point. That was weird. Hello. This is the beginner's hall. You say you're a beginner, but your eyes say you're not. Don't mess with me. I used to be in Soldier. I'll tell you how much I know, and for free, too. Cloud, we don't have to impress the stranger with... Okay. How to save, how to heal your allies, curative magic, weapons and armor, how to apply materia, effective ways to use materia, how to form your battle party, status, limit status, other things to watch out. I am familiar enough with this that I'm not going to go through all of this here. Most of it is pretty self-explanatory if you're used to the conventions of Japanese RPGs. We'll cover it as we go. The kids are fighting, I guess. Help! Help! You gotta hang in there. Your limit gauge is just starting to build. Ah! Okay, now your limit gauge is full. Go ahead and use it. Fight with your limit technique. Whoa. Great. Cloud, we shouldn't encourage this. But yes, that's a handy demonstration of how the limit break stuff works that I was mentioning. Those little limit meters we have there. As we take damage, they fill, or as each character takes damage, that fills, and then they can use their unique abilities. The more we use those unique abilities, the more distinct, abilities we unlock for them. And there's other ones that you can just find out in the world. And as I said earlier, limit breaks are kind of one of the ways these characters become more distinct in combat, because everyone could swap out whatever materia they have equipped at any given time. That sort of means that anybody could technically be your healer or your main magic caster or your main physical damage dealer, depending on how you build them out. Some of them are better at it kind of inherently with their stats than others, but they're very customizable. But that means that limit break stuff is really one of the only ways that they really are completely unique in battle. Very different from the remake in that regard. This is the fabled save point. At a save point, you can use a tent and or select save. There's more too. Look for something called secret. What? Even if you're wiped out, if you save, you can restart from that same point. That way you don't have to worry when you've been wiped out. This is jumping ahead a little bit, but when you leave Midgar, once you get to the world map, you can save anywhere you like. Remember that. It's a good tip. I don't know what you mean with the secret thing, but that should be all you need to know about the save point. I'll probably see you again somewhere on the road. Take care. Thank you. Oh. I'm a treasure chest. Beginners make sure and keep an eye out for me. Cute. Hey, soldier, tell us about battles. We'll even pay you. I'm not hard up enough to take money from guys like you, but I'll rap with you for a while. Cool lingo, Cloud. About ATB. The numbers on the screen, about change and defend, about escape, about the gauges. I'm going to save us all time and not go through all of this since I am more or less familiar with all of these basics. If anyone does have questions about what any of these things are or how some of the fundamentals of combat work, I'll try to explain as we go, but feel free to also ask in comments. There are definitely a bunch of people who will be able to help explain everything. Very possibly better than I could, actually. This is not a weapon shop, though. Wait. It looked like there was materia or an item or something over there. At the bottom. Can I have it? All materia. Hooray. Hey, you got one right off. That was materia. Next, take this treasure chest. Wow, these just dropped from the sky, huh? Thank you. In ether. Lovely. Now listen, hidden in these treasure chests are a lot of items. There are box types and bag types, so make sure you don't overlook any. Good to know. So now we have all materia, which is a cool thing. Let's remove ice here, and we'll equip it down here, that's fine. But notice here that these two slots on this Buster Sword are linked, and that means that you can equip materia that can modify each other. So we have lightning here, and we can cast lightning on an opponent. If I attach all in this slot, though, that'll make it to where I can cast the lightning spell on all enemies if I want to, which is just another really cool aspect of this system that I very much like. And different gear is going to have different amounts of materia slots. Some of them will make it to where you gain AP for materia faster if you have it equipped in the slots in that weapon. There's lots cool about this system that I like. Anyway. Anything else? Oh wait, this is back downstairs. Oh wait, the ladder, of course. Is this the shop or is this the kid's room that we're allowed to crash in as a paying customer? Whew. A weird start to our adventure. But now we're all rested up, I guess. Cool room, kid. I'm starting to think that this must have been the weapon... No, not this one. That the thing downstairs must have been the weapon shop. Or I just haven't found it yet. There does seem to be like a source of light over here. No, that's just... I think just debris against the wall. Assuming this is the weapon shop, and it sure looks like it. Kid, I'm not... No. Child, I wasn't talking to you. Watch your language. Let's grab one more of these. Might be unnecessary. Might be that we pick up something as good or better very soon after, but why not? We got the cash. Maybe in here? This does not look like a weapon shop. He used to give us nothing but headaches when he was here, but now that he's gone, I kind of miss him. Strange, isn't it? Who are we talking about? Haha, I wonder if my son's already left. When it's just my wife and I here, you have no idea how lonesome it gets. Are these Johnny's parents? Is that what's going on? I am unsure. Tell you what I am sure about, though. I have not found... And there's a big sign that says Texas up there, too. I don't know how I never really noticed that before. What a very strange detail. There's not an upstairs in here that I'm somehow missing, is there? No. Okay. It is just another translation quirk. That's fine. We'll be fine. Let's catch up to the group. Or actually here. We'll save, because we're about to go starting off on a whole new mission and everything. Thank you all very much for watching. I promise the pace will pick up a little bit as we go. It's just the early explanations of stuff, you know. Take care, everyone. I'll see you Thursday for some more Final Fantasy VII. Goodbye!